Thank you all so much for being here. So, Stacy, I want to start with you. YouTube branding. Woohoo! You had a little YouTube shout out in the film.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Rule number one,
please.
don't read the comments. You guys got that right. Amazing.
You know how that goes, right?
Great, yeah. Stacy, I want to start with you, just being such a leader in STEM in this community, and you work so much with creatives and with content and stuff. What kind of stuff are you guys working on at Annenberg, and what are you working on in your personal studies?
Right now, we're about to release a large study in about a month, looking at the top 100 grossing films of 2015. And we're going to be looking at gender, race, ethnicity, LGBT, and disability for the first time across the top 100 films. So that will come out in about a month. And then we're doing a big evaluation of STEM portrayals in certain television shows and movies.
So just for our audience here and those watching at home, can you just, you have some serious knowledge to drop, and something that Ghostbusters did so well, females and STEM together, how often are we seeing that in media right now?
Well, I think the first question to ask is how often do we see females in film? And we don't. So because of this gentleman, I think we're making progress, but just think about the top 100 grossing films of 2014. Only 21 had a female lead or co-lead. Only 3 of those leads or co-leads were underrepresented. Not one was over 45. Under 30% of all speaking characters are women across the top 100 films each year. So going into it with that knowledge, women in STEM are an anomaly. So let's make Paul look real good.
Yeah.
Let's just let me give you a few numbers. Let me give you a few numbers just to make him look really good. If you were to look at the top 120 G, PG, PG-13 films, from 2006 to 2011, we did a big project with the Gina Davis Institute across over 5,800 speaking characters and 120 films. Not one had a female lead or co-lead that was STEM. Not one. 14 had a male lead or co-lead that was STEM, had a STEM job. Ratio STEM, males to females, 5-1. If you look at the top 120 films from 2010 to 2013, not one female lead or co-lead that was STEM. 10 had male leads or co-leads. So we see a 300% increase.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, the combo breaker here.
Which is really important if we're thinking about influencing people like Olivia and the next generation of content creators that want to embed compelling, humorous, interactive, dynamic women and men in telling stories. Simply the imagination can propel us to new places.
No kidding. And members of our young future, Olivia, let's get to you. Just real quick, explain what you did for the Google Science Fair, because in my research I did today, I just felt really bad about what I've accomplished with my life. Let's make all these people feel bad too. What did you do for the Google Science Fair? It's so incredible.
For the Google Science Fair, my project was basically a rapid, portable, inexpensive, and temperature-independent test for Ebola. So that means that it doesn't need to be refrigerated. It can be used quickly at travel checkpoints. And right now I'm working on applying it to other diseases and viruses, like the Zika virus, as you mentioned, and HIV and Lyme disease. So it has broad applicability to other diseases and viruses, yeah.
Yes! You say that, like when I was 17, I was like, almost landed a kickflip, no big deal. You're like, oh, I've just learned how to identify a worldwide pandemic easily without refrigeration. That's so great. So what got you interested in that and in science in general? As we've heard, there's maybe not a lot in media for role models for you. So what made you kind of grab that flag and take it for yourself?
My grandfather was a doctor, and I was really inspired by him, and not only his work, but really how he made his patients feel and how much they loved him. He'd always get gifts from them, and I'd hear about how great he was, and I just wanted to have what my work would do impact somebody in that way. So I think in the beginning I was like, I want to be a doctor to make him proud of me, but then I really decided, like, this is what I want to do. I want to make that impact. But yeah, I think it's really important to have mentors and see that and get you inspired, because that's how I got inspired.
No kidding. And everything that you've done is inspirational. And then moving to Paul, who made a movie where Maya Rudolph took a poop in the middle of a street. Very inspirational.
That's my contribution to
changing
the world.
Yes. Paul, if I can make a reflection, if you are Scorsese, it seems like Melissa McCarthy is your Robert De Niro.
I'll take that.
But it's amazing because you just really seem to be a champion for this cause, and not in a really overt, heavy-handed way, but it just feels really natural and organic. And you're just telling these stories. Why is it so important to you and your creative work to bring that point of view across?
Because I know so many funny, talented women, and I spent years watching them not get to be funny and talented and represented on the screen. And it was as simple as that. I mean, I know these incredibly talented women, and the men that I know who are incredibly talented get these showcase things, and I get to see them be hilarious. I get them to see them be three-dimensional on the screen, and then I'd see these amazing women that I know pop up, and they were one-dimensional shrews, perfect women, complete, non-entities. And I just got tired of it. I got tired of not getting to see them live out their potential. And it was as simple as that. And I also just find them hilarious, and I want them entertaining people.